Fire Stories, Sludge Report project, side project. And I'm your host, Uncle Benny. Good morning. Hope you had a good rest, ready to face the day. You're optimistic. Are you optimistic? You feeling good? Careful with that news. Let's take a look today. What's going on? But first, let's remember Matthew 24. The Master said, "Take heed that no man deceive you." That's what we're here to do. You know, he said a few other things. I've got the Drudge report pulled up here, and it's got the usual things: doom, gloom, uncertainty, smattered with smut. I'll show you that. Earthquakes, pineapple on pizza, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. These are the signs of the end times. It is true. Now, I'm being a little funny, but it's true. So, the Lord said you'll hear of wars and rumors of wars, but don't be troubled. Don't be troubled, brothers and sisters. All these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Nation is rising against nation. Kingdoms are rising against kingdom, and there are famines and pestilences and earthquakes in many places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. So let's take a look at, we have reports of earthquakes that aren't being reported in Los Angeles on the apps. Earthquake shook LA skyscrapers so hard some got vertigo. Earthquakes in the news quite frequently. Lyme, baffling even experts. Disease as war weapon. Now, this is important, so we're going to talk about this briefly. Haven't read the article, just pulled it up as we started the video. Asbury Park, it's in New Jersey. Excuse me. People suffering from Lyme disease could be closer to knowing whether the chronic illness impacting an estimated, by the way. A lot of people walking around don't know what's ailing them. 300,000 or more people started off as a U.S. biological weapon. Oh, think about that. Remember the end times. Nation against nation. Brother against brother. Kingdom against kingdom. Be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. Now, I want you to think about that verse in Matthew 24:7. Why are those juxtaposed together? Wars and rumors of wars. Nation rises against nation. Kingdom against kingdom. There'll be famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. Right on top of wars and rumors of wars. Think it through. U.S. biological weapon. I know that most of you, if not all of you listening to me now, think the United States are the good guys. We don't do anything wrong. It's all in the name of liberating people and helping the oppressed and all. Yeah, okay. Carry on. Go back to sleep. You're on the wrong channel. Good in whose eyes? Oh, you're being told they'll scoff and cluck at all the backwards. Everyone, God bless the USA and nowhere else. Right? God bless the USA and nowhere else. Oh, yeah, we'll bless you all right with freedom and democracy. Okay. Representative Chris Smith in New Jersey hopes that knowledge could lead not only to accountability, but also potential cure and greater recognition of the disease. All right, so is it proven? No. Isn't this going to be a gutter ball? Do you really think that we're going to pin it down? Maybe. Pray that it is, if that's where it came from. What about AIDS? You ever considered that? Where did AIDS come from all of a sudden this century? In the last few decades? Well, a lot of indications it was man-made. Was it a weapon? So who has the technology, who has the money to do these kinds of things, right? Who's paying for it? Anyway, there you go. Let's read a couple reactions. Lyme is a spirochete. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Spirochete, I think it is. Yeah, I've heard the word before. Syphilis is a spirochete. They both can break blood-brain barrier. They can go dormant and hide in the body. Hide in the body. Antibiotics suppress them, cause them to go into dormancy. Okay, she's giving us a biology lesson. What's going on here? All right, she didn't talk anything about Let's hear what I'm looking for someone that says something about it being. All right, this Chris Smith review from the book Bitten. This book should be required reading for every tone deaf MD has treated a Lyme disease patient dismissively. Okay. Does Lyme disease occur in ticks outside the U.S. or not? If not, and occurs only in the U.S., strong possibility something indeed is going on. Okay, there's not a lot right there about the whole military aspect of it. So I want to get right to one more thing about the sludge. You know, I talk about it being Hollywood gossip. Here's about Star Wars, Obi-Wan Kenobi series, ABC, Kimmel. Yeah, I guess people watch these shows, and if you're still eating at McDonald's and you're watching late night shows, you really need a tune-up. Am I talking hard to you and you get offended? Good. Your pastor probably isn't going to tell you stuff like this. Is your pastor a joke or not? You decide. Doesn't mean stop going to church there, listening to him. Have pity on the guy. He's a cowardly man who won't stand in the Word of God, who's afraid of losing his job. He's a professional religionist, most likely, who is going to bow and kowtow to the board, to the pastoral search committee, whatever. So he gets his job, and he gets his nice parish house, and he tells you things that you want to hear, and doesn't tell you things you don't want to hear. And if he ever pushes to the edge, it's just a tap. It's not very much of a push. So anyway, let's look here. My night with a male sex doll. Right? Yeah. All the time, peppering in here prurient, lascivious stories that invite curiosity, they lead people astray. Not only a waste of time, you don't know what images you're going to get from this, right? Majority of porn sites track user data without telling. People click on this. What images are they going to, stock images, you name it. What things are they going to put in your head? What kind of time are they going to waste? Why is that important? Why is that this is mainstream. Why is that mainstream conversation? Why is this the conversation? Aren't we to be holy in our conversation, right? Hey, I'm not perfect either. Don't take it as a holier than thou. I'm just saying, like, this is the sewer. This is the sewer pipe. You'd put Drudge Report right up in there with Fox News and Breitbart as far as conservative sources and popularity and everything. And this is what they're on about. Box office. Right here. Is this news? All right. Moving on. You know, again, I'm kind of running out of things to say about this. It's the same old every time. And that's a message in itself. It's the same old tired song of doom, gloom, lies, propaganda, spin. You've heard me say it. If you've watched it, I think my viewers are going down because they're hearing me repeat myself. But I've got something in store for you. You know, I say mind control is everywhere. These are mind controllers, art of misdirection, and language is important. So we're going to talk about the Epstein thing a little bit. Yesterday, I made a special report. I played a video of police filmed, and someone filmed their television. Sometimes that's the only way you can get a capture because the news certainly won't broadcast it again. So they're broadcasting a live stream from a helicopter or something, or maybe it's somebody's video who's across the street in a several story building. Either way, we were fortunate enough to catch a glimpse of the fakery going on in Philadelphia. There were officers that ran to a spot when it was time and had a squirt bottle or something, and one officer sprayed blood all over the arm of the other, dripping on the ground, and he took off running maybe to go spray blood on somebody else. There you go. That's all you need to know about that. All you need to know about that. Where else did that happen? Boston bombing. Look it up. You might still be able to find videos of a woman going around to the injured. She's got a purse, a big purse that has a little valve in the back, and she very clearly is making blood pools on the ground. Did you know about this? You don't know jack shit. Excuse my language. You need to wake up. You're being deceived left and right. You're being lied to, and you're walking around with people who are believing these lies. You don't say anything because you don't know any better either. And maybe now that you know, and you ought to turn it off because you're a coward, and you won't ever say anything because you don't want to be labeled a conspiracy theorist. Well, it's not theory, son. It's evidence. Wakey, wakey. Let me show you other evidence that you may think is not that important, but it is. Jeffrey Epstein had creepy taxidermy tiger poodle in the U.S. mansion, whatever that is. Maybe his New York mansion, okay? So, just scanning through this, come across this word here. Cell phone images were snapped by hedge fund trader who said he went to Epstein's mansion to pitch his investment strategy to the multimillionaire who apparently hanged himself in jail on Saturday while awaiting trial. Okay, what am I focusing on? Apparently. Let's look over here. Okay, I was going to read that. I hadn't read it. If you search the word apparently, hanged himself, and Epstein, Washington Examiner, Epstein reportedly, apparently killed himself. Now you're going to see, here, let me do this. Just in these search results, and this is DuckDuckGo. You might find a lot more with Google. 26 times. Now it's highlighted, all right? Apparently killed himself. New York Post, apparently killed himself. Mill News, maybe that's Milwaukee, I don't know. Apparently hanged himself. The Sun, UK, apparently hanged himself. Whoops, excuse me. No, it doesn't say apparently. Got ahead of myself. Raw Conservative Opinions, okay. This is the Sun. Let's go there real quick. Let's see if they say apparently somewhere else in here. Okay, this is British newspaper. Well, they're stating it factually. So they're stating it as fact. That's actually worse. You know, we were told this before there was any autopsy. So I'm going to go further with this. This is not just repetition, but look at this. The burning platform. Apparently. New York Times. Apparently. Wait a minute. Well, okay, that's different. New York Times. Let's see what they say. Again, apparently is one step removed from just stating it. So if there's just stating it, depends on when the article was written, that's a problem too, right? Let's see here. Let's go for apparently. Apparent suicide. There it is. Mr. Barr. This is even Mr. Barr, the guy who raises serious questions that must be answered. This is the Inspector General. Attorney General William Barr. Apparent. Where am I going at? Where am I going with this? YouTube. Okay, this is just a YouTube video. MSN. Apparently hanged himself. The Daily Stormer. Apparently from Mill News again. CNBC. Apparent suicide. I didn't even think to take the LY off here. Apparent suicide. Right? ADN. Apparently kills himself. Apparently. Are you seeing a pattern here? All these, are they given a script or not? You need to recognize, and I've shown you video before. I showed you the video of the newscasters being all different makes, models, shapes and sizes, colors, races, creeds, all across this nation, saying the same language. Local news and national news, reading a script. Clarion, cause action, apparently committed suicide. ABC News, just flat out hanged himself, sources said. Let's see here. Apparently, it's on the radio, some WCCO radio. DVD, apparently, right? Reportedly, apparently. What's missing? Well, let's look at something here. Okay. Close that. Close that. Perez Hilton apparently hanged himself. Okay. This was one of the first ones that came up when I first searched it. What's important about this, Uncle Benny? I'm going to tell you. What they're not saying is allegedly. Black's Law Dictionary. What is apparent? That which is obvious, evident, or manifest. What's Black's Law Dictionary? It's the legal dictionary. Words matter. And the powers that shouldn't be know this. The mind controllers know this. The propagandists know this. Do you know it? Do you pay attention? I'm here to shake you awake. Let me just tell you something here first. We'll go on. It's going to get interesting. Righteous lips are the delight of kings, and they love him that speaks right. It's from Proverbs 16:13. Let me flip it around on you. Compare and contrast. Unrighteous, lying lips are the disgust of kings, and they despise him that speaks wrongly, speaks perversely. Do you despise having this serpent tongue? People have this. This is a serpent's tongue. Psalm 58. Do you indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do you judge uprightly, O you sons of men? Yes, in heart you work wickedness. You weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from their womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. When do they stop? You can identify wickedness through lies and deceit. Their father, the devil's a liar, right? Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. Speaking lies, and then their poison is poison, like I said, serpent's tongue. They are like the deaf adder that stops the ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmers, charming never so wisely. You think about it. You meditate. Psalm 58, 1-5, okay? This is a big deal. This is a big, huge story. There's a lot of the conspiracy theorist. First of all, they've been flagged as the new domestic terror threat. Now they're fomenting, normalizing. It's okay to have, this is a gift horse of conspiracy theory that everybody's talking about, but they're also pushing different narratives. Apparent. Obvious, evident, manifest, what appears to be is made manifest. In respect to facts involved in an appeal or writ of error, that which is stated in the record. Okay, so this is, again, fits with plausible deniability. It's like, well, that seems fine. Apparently he did. We don't know. It's apparent. Apparently. We use that word in conversation all the time. Here's a legal definition. That which is obvious, evident, or manifest, okay? What about allegedly? What if all these articles, which they do not, said allegedly committed suicide? What would that mean? That means there's a question. Look at all this. More results even. Let's see if we can get more. $54. It doubled. I hit the, it doubled the depth. All these different papers. Notice this, right? Apparently. You getting the picture? Let's type in allegedly. Now I've got like twice as many results. Let's type in allegedly. No matches. Let's look at what alleged means. Black's Law Dictionary. Stated, recited, claimed, asserted, charged, right? They were saying he committed suicide before there was ever an autopsy, Now we're hearing that there were screams and things coming from his cell. I don't know. Where's the video camera? There were all these, you already know about it. All the failures, all the anomalies that are going on. And just because you're hearing those things, by the way, does not dismiss the possibility that they walked him in the front door, walked him out the back. Humiliation ritual, retirement. I don't know. But I'm saying there's three possibilities. He's not dead. He's dead. And if he's dead, he killed himself or someone killed him. That's all there is. We don't know. But this is important. What are they trying to say? Where are they going with this? Apparent suicide. Sounds like they're leaving room that it may not be, but why are they not saying alleged? It's powerful. Remember, all these articles. How many results do I have here? I don't think, I guess it doesn't tell me the number of results. Apparently hanged himself. Allegedly hanged himself. Let's put allegedly in here and see if we get any. Okay. Probably will. Where are these people? Okay, hang on a minute. Let's look up the number of words allegedly and make sure they're used with suicide, because I do see that they're... Okay, 7. Quite a difference, eh? Okay, this allegedly is about creating a vast network of underage victims. Let's see, where's the other one? Okay, here's one. Patriot News Alert says allegedly. Interesting, right? Not your mainstream. It's going to be a Patriot. Daily Mail, again, outside the U.S. Allegedly. Okay, good. I told you I liked the Daily Mail, didn't I? It's always something. They've got something usually. Here's on Facebook from the Fox Wire. I don't know who they are. It's not Fox News. Don't mistake it. But this is somebody wrote here. But this is not your. Okay, here's an allegedly. Why didn't that come up? See, allegedly is used in sexually abused victims. Now, notice that they talk. Well, this one says allegedly, the Gilmer Mirror, but this says allegedly sexually abused victims. Allegedly created a vast network of things. You know, so they're using it in the terms of allegedly when it comes to his crimes. But as far as the suicide, which might involve crimes of other people murdering him or spiriting him out of there, they don't use allegedly. They're stating it as fact with just a little bit of room. So allegedly, now these are like no-name things. I say no-name, I don't mean that as far as, I don't know who redstate.com is, but have you heard of him? All right, if he hadn't allegedly tried to hang himself. But you can see the difference, right? Lucien.com. I mean, these are not going to be very popular websites. I've never heard of them. And they're reporting allegedly. So, because anybody who's using the word allegedly is expressing that we don't know for sure, there's some doubt. But when you say apparently, it's acknowledging that there are people who doubt it, but it's also reasserting it as fact. Okay, that's my point. You think I'm making much ado about nothing, you are wrong. Nuances are important. And I think it's even bigger than a nuance. So that's the Sludge report for today. Make a great day. Thanks for coming out.